My name is Boldfinger, as I'm going by on this channel. Some of you may have come over here from the KarlTopo channel and know me as that, but either way. So I wanted to talk about something a little controversial from my childhood today. See, when I was growing up, going through primary school, probably in about year 3, year 4, Pokemon really hyped up and Pokemon completely took over. Everyone was trading Pokemon cards, they were playing Pokemon Red and Blue. Pokemon pretty much dominated the playground back then. But I think people forget about a little gem that came out around that same time called Digimon. Was awesome. It was pretty much labelled as a rip-off of Pokemon, but Digimon is actually based on an old Tamagotchi type digital pet game that I guess kind of saw the market that Pokemon was going for and thought, hey, we can do that too. Now the weird thing is, as a kid, I preferred Digimon to Pokemon, and if we're talking solely based on the animes, then to this day I'd still rather watch Digimon Adventure 1 and 2, or hell, even Digimon Tamers, to the Pokemon series, because the Digimon anime had an overarching storyline and different story arcs, and more characters to get to know. Yeah, they weren't the best characters, they were all pretty much general anime stereotypes, but they were nice characters, and it was better than just having Ash Ketchum and everything being about him. Now, while I can honestly say that I preferred the Digimon anime over the Pokemon anime, it gets a bit skeptical when we talk about Digimon games. I had 2 Digimon games growing up. On the PlayStation 1, I had Digimon World 1, which we'll talk about first. Digimon World 1 was the weirdest game I've ever played to this day. As a kid, I didn't really know what I was doing. I know you had to train a Digimon, and you had to get Digimon to go to File City and set up their own little stores and stuff to restore the population of File City. But whatever I did on that game, no matter how hard I trained or what I did with my Digimon, I always ended up with either Numemon or Sukomon. Every time my Digimon digivolved, I'd end up with those 2. And they're quite literally poop. This Digimon right here, that is a piece of poop. He's a poop Digimon, and he eats poop off the floor. And Digimon Adventure 1 kind of played like a Tamagotchi game. You had to feed your Digimon, you had to take your Digimon to the toilet, you had to make sure your Digimon was happy, you had to give it a bandage after a fight, you had to give it medicine when it got poorly. And no matter what you did, at some point your Digimon would die, because it can die of old age. And when it dies of old age, you get a baby Digimon and you have to redo the whole scenario all over again. Ugh. What I did like about it though was its open world, things like the Dino region, tropical jungle, Friesland, Great Canyon, all my favourite place in it, that manor that I can't remember the name of. But that's where my Otismon lived, and my Otismon, literally one of my favourite Digimons of all time.
Actually, I was about to ask you the same question. Grizzly win! Cory!
Then we had Digimon Adventure 2, which for all intents and purposes was probably a better game, and I just couldn't get into it as much. Digimon Adventure 2, you became a tamer that would join either one of 3 teams, Team Data, Team Vaccine, or Team Virus, and you'd get a starter Digimon depending on that team. What you would have to do then was traverse through dungeons and play in turn-based combat, which really reminded me of the Final Fantasy franchise even back then. You do turn-based combat and fight other Digimon, and this is where they really started to rip off Pokemon. You could catch other Digimon and bring them into your team. They literally made you start catching Digimon. I never really progressed very far in this game because it annoyed me that you could only take so many steps in a dungeon and then you'd have to restart the whole thing because that's all your little beetle bug could walk. And I got very annoyed with that back then. I've never actually attempted to play it. What I have attempted to play quite recently as well, and I don't know if you guys will be interested in seeing a Let's Play series of this. I have been playing Digimon World 1 again, and I am trying to get to grips with what I was supposed to do on that game. I've got better at the raising and training aspects of Digimon, thanks to internet walkthroughs. But other than that, there's still no clear way of telling you this is where you need to go and this is the Digimon you need to recruit. I don't actually understand how you complete this game. So a Let's Play of that could be pretty fun if that's something that you want to see. Before I forget, there was a Digimon fighting game that I had for the Game Boy Advance that kind of played like Super Smash Bros, except you wouldn't defeat the other Digimon by knocking them off stage. You'd collect orbs throughout the battle, and the orbs worked as a point system, and the more points that you collected, obviously you won. You could Digivolve mid-fight and use special moves, and that was a really awesome Digimon game. I do know that more Digimon games have come out, like even onto the PS4 and Xbox One line. Like Digimon Cyber Sleuth, for example, I've heard lots of good things about that game, and wondering if that would be getting. If you know if there are actually any decent Digimon games that are available now that I don't have to emulate or spend a stupid amount of money on like I did with Digimon World 1 for the PS1, then drop me a comment down below. Let me know what Digimon games are worth playing. Because I still stand by the fact that the Digimon anime was better than the Pokemon anime, and I'd love for a Digimon game to actually be decent. They had the potential to be good. Digimon World 1 had so much potential to be good, but it just wasn't, and it should be. Don't forget, if you want to find more random gaming content from me and James Blonde, then click that subscribe button. If you want to see more of this face, I'm going to leave a link to my personal channel down below. I do just general little vlog things, really. Get to know me, get to know what goes on, all that jazz. But from all of us here at Stardust88, see you next time.